Alright, hey everybody, welcome. And welcome to Dane, our newest commentator.
Howdy, howdy.
I'm James, by the way.
I'm Dane.
And we've just finished playing Blitz tournament winner box, which was pretty cool. Well, not to spoil anything, but we got annihilated.
Yeah, my first time on the Lightning Briar deck. I lent James my Wizard deck. I kind of wish I'd played the Wizard, to be honest.
My first time playing Wizard as well, so in a tournament anyway.
Yeah.
So, thought we've got 4 rounds to watch and then a top 4, because we had, 10 players.
10 players? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not a bad tournament.
Not bad.
And we'll keep going. Let's see what happens. Chuck the coal on.
Yeah, Bears time.
You have the high roll then? So here we have George on Briar versus me on Wizard. And we got
He won the dice roll?
no, it was a draw.
7. Yep, so I get to choose. And you can go first.
I won the dice roll and chose to go second.
And here's my book.
I still think it's kind of rough because their output's insane, but also I was actually wondering if going first or second is correct in this matchup because they can't pay for the arcane, so you can't strip the cards.
Yeah, well, as you see, they're not actually planning on paying for Arcane because they've got 4 Spell Fray or Spell Void in the equipment, which is just free.
Is he playing Skullcap or?
That's a Crown Dichotomy.
Yeah, good.
So one Arcane Barrier, but 4 Null Void or Spell Void.
Yeah, I tried the same thing today, but I didn't see a Wizard. All I saw was Runeblade mirrors, and I got RNG Jesus a lot.
Oh no.
And a Duskblade as well, which is interesting.
Duskblade, it's an interesting choice.
Honestly,
From
I've
the
seen like
Sonata
at
on
least
1.
half
Yeah,
of
they
the
haven't
Sonata
really.
with
That's
last
rough.
few games I've played. Yeah, like
That's
half
exactly why, actually.
Yes, yeah. Well, so early iterations, they were playing Electrify over Sonata, and I didn't really like the Electrify because I never wanted to pay for it.
Cost reasons.
And you have to put an arsenal, otherwise it's just straight bad. So I've been putting in Sonatas on, but I've been whiffing quite a bit.
Yeah, well, at least it helps you get lightning.
Yeah, that's the thing.
yellow ball lightning. That's 3.
Is that that was a yellow ball lightning, so this is a 3 damage rebel.
Yeah, oh, really. Looks like you've got you got half a combo piece in your hand, which is nice.
Yep, just gonna try and block some damage and find that second
For 7? I would have. That's interesting. I probably would have picked draw a card to have at least something in Arsenal because 5-card hands are real strong.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Pushing over a bit of damage, but I guess it's not super relevant.
Oh, just every turn you've got 5 cards, you're having a good time.
An Arsenal card's gonna be worth more than 2 damage.
I think so, yeah.
Do you actually do physical damage? No. Sometimes people play nourishing.
So why did you play Skullcap over Lens?
Because I don't want to die.
Fair.
See what we can do here.
The game, well, if you think about it, I guess if you're opting, you get digging faster to your combo and you're more likely to be able to successfully go off on the turn where you're forced to. But if you have more time.
Interesting here that you chose to do the tone.
Activate Kano.
Rather than
Just because he had a Sonic Boom, maybe play Sonic Boom just to try and break his armor and get it done.
Banishes that back.
Is that bad? Yeah, love that card.
Activate Kano again.
So you got Term of Findel.
Tome, Stir, Fork is in hand.
Yeah.
So not an amazing resource heavy. And that, I think those are both blues that came off the top.
Baltic Bolt.
Oh, that's rough.
For 2 arcane,
Blue Baltic.
3 arcane damage.
Blue Snappy.
And blue snap back here.
And I'm gonna Arsenal pass, I guess.
He's like, I don't care.
Take those.
Yeah, so arsenaling the Stir the Aetherwind, keeping the Fork Lightning in hand.
Yeah, Sturb doesn't have blocks for 2.
Yeah.
So if you have to block, that's the one you don't want to block with. Not that you ever want to block with combo pieces.
Yeah.
Is that a red hand?
Yeah, I think that's a fully red hand actually.
That's not a good time.
That's not good.
Alright, What's George got for you? I see Captain's Call,
0
What?
lightning press,
Ball
and,
lightning.
I just thought my hand was funny.
Well, this is also George's first time on the deck as well. He had to put it together last night.
I'm going to come in with Captain's Call.
He's normally a dedicated Rhino player.
Oh, no.
It's good to see him try something different.
yeah, it's always good to branch out a little bit and try some different.
Yeah.
For 4.
I think this Captain's Call's doing a +2
Like, if that one deals damage, it deals an extra
yellow
one
ball
as well,
lightning.
doesn't it? This one as well. Yeah, I'll block for 5.
I think you're just looking like you're just blocking all day here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything with a red hand, so.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
It's all reds, is it? Maybe. Yep.
5, he's thinking about whether or not he lightning presses this to get some more damage. I guess you just want to try and get the weapon starting to build up now.
Oh, he's going for the Arsenal.
And you get a counter on the Duskblade, which is definitely
Yeah, I
worth
just
it.
don't know if Duskblade's the right choice in this particular matchup.
Yeah, but if you're going to use it, then you definitely want to activate it.
Yeah, you want to get it going. It's after like the 5th one that it actually starts out racing the Rosetta, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it has to.
I drew
you have
another
to hit
all red hand.
At least
This is so
attack
fun.
3 times.
3 or 4 times, yeah, before it outpaces Rosetta. And especially in this format, it's pretty quick. I don't know if you're going to live and get to that point.
Well, I've just drawn another fully red hand here.
Oh, Plunder Run from Arsenal too. That's another red hand.
Yeah, another fully red hand on the wizard side.
Wizard's not your friend today.
No.
Plunder Run's harsh.
Plunder Run from Arsenal is insane.
Is that a red one?
I think that's
One of those.
Stinging Sorcery. Been loving that card with Ball Lightnings. I had that interaction come up today. It was a good time.
and getting go again token.
On Snatch.
Oh.
So that's 7 or 6.
Snatch for 6 with an arcane. And go again.
Block 6. Because it's taking the arcane.
Just take the arcade.
I just wondered how that worked. No, that has to be the actual attack damage of the card. And so it's the attack damage to the next one. Yeah. To go again, I'm going to come in with.
So he's probably going to end up drawing a card at this point. He's got another 4 damage attack.
Well, you're never blocking with this, do you? What does he play?
Block 5.
That's 7.
7 again.
Yeah.
Because that hit, I draw a card off that. Yeah. Arsenal and plus.
I guess it's the same outcome.
He doesn't have Snapdragon, so I guess you're right.
I guess if I didn't have a card in hand I really didn't want to block with.
What do you got? And oh no, you're not having a good time here. 2 cards you don't want to block with. Or one you
Yeah,
can't.
two stirs in hand now. And then
So Stir, Fork,
Fork bannings.
and you got a pot which you can't block with. So yeah, it's just not going well. Is that another one from Arsenal? That's
Yeah.
rough.
That's the whole point of this Briar deck. It's a plunder under deck. Play all 6 plunder
Oh
under.
no, this list only runs 5.
Is that because of
Well, so you've got the Rapidus Rebel. You're playing yellows as well, so you don't want to really play as many blues.
that's true.
Oh, which I did, by the way. That happened to me twice today. That was
Ravenous Rebel for 2.
Yep, that happened twice. I didn't really like the candle either. I think I'd rather like another red Captain's Call.
Yeah, well, block 3 is it's the same, right? Is it? Okay, it's cool.
So it's coming in for 10.
It's 8, I believe. 4 plus 3 from the. Or 9.
No.
Wait.
Depends what Plunder Run is. So the Weave Lightning is +3. Whatever the Plunder Run is plus the attack itself is 4. So can't quite see.
Yellow plunder.
Yellow Plunder. Okay, so it's only it's only 9.
Yeah.
Only 9. Yeah, you're not having a good time here. Still 2 cards, man.
blocking 6. Block with one of the stirs, is that right?
Yeah. Keep the 4, keep the pot because you can't block with those. Well, you can block with this. Yeah, you don't want to. And he's still on 17s.
Yeah, it's just going to be way too much damage.
Yeah. So I think you just got really unlucky on this one. No blues.
Yep, so coming in 4. 2
And a ball lightning.
2 or 3.
Yeah, ball lightning's a bit interesting in this deck because it's only really good with Sting. Because you don't really, you're breaking the chain so often, you don't actually want to lead on a ball lightning, and that feels like you want to.
All 3. Yep.
Oh, bye, good friend.
And at this point, it might just be a bit of a lost cause, isn't it?
Oh, I've done 28 damage turns before.
Or having to block the full lightning, probably just like way to do that.
It's a lot harder to do without things. When did he lose the counter off the
He only did an enlightened strike.
Oh,
Last turn, so
Energy potion pass.
which is obviously means it's definitely doing less damage than a Rosetta Thorn at this point.
So he draws a non-attack action hand. I mean, all attack action hand. Or non.
Just has a complete work turn.
I think that's your only hope here. Oh, no, the best card to do.
Then I'll play Sonata.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
And a Ravenous Rebel.
Put those up at the shuffle my deck.
Yep. Ravenous Rebel makes most sense. Just has to go again.
Yeah.
Super easy to go.
I don't see you looking through this too.
No. But will I be able to...
Look, you could combo out. Like God tier.
I've been getting super unlucky so far, so
Yeah.
get lucky again.
I remember it, yeah.
Do that from Arsenal as well.
And then with
A
four
Plunder Run
stuff
from
races,
Arsenal. Is it 3 turns in a row he's played Plunder Run from Arsenal?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, eh?
And a Ravenous for... I think that's for...
4 from Arsenal. So
Plus the Plunder Run from Arsenal.
7 going.
Oh, it's a red Plunder Run too, so it's coming in for
Try and win somehow. Deal 17. Deal 21 damage without any.
Oh, you're going for the win.
Yeah. I can't not.
Oh, this stage.
Kumi doing a whole bunch of maths. What do you think I'd have to actually find to do in this situation?
So how many blues you got in hand? Is that a blazing? Oh, you're in trouble.
I've got...
So what's an Arsenal? Is it a full blending or a stir?
It's a sturdy.
Oh, and you got a Lessons in Love too, and a Sonic Boom. I don't know if you can pull this one out. Maybe some magical Christmas land where you got to stack the top of your deck. Like Tomb off the top, draw another 2 blues, keep digging.
I don't think this is enough.
You got 1 Tomb of Findel on the bottom, which you pitched earlier, and you play another Tomb to draw 2, so you've got 2 left.
play a bit of this as well.
Yeah, I can pay for it. I just don't know.
21.
Just the raw amount of damage isn't enough.
No, especially when he's sitting on all that null stuff untouched with 2 cards in hand still. Spell words.
Yeah, could even just like pitch to prevent some arcane. You're gonna at least have to play at least 3 things this turn. And gain 4 off the spell.
He's still got 3 cards in hand.
I'm like
Yeah.
5 damage short. But I can't block
He's
it.
already drawn 2 cards from his 2 non-attack actions, and then
You got 3 cards in hand, wasn't it?
Actually, another one.
5 card hand to start with. It's insane.
Well, you've
It's
seen
just
that you're
basically
having this
essential how to
Yeah,
play
so
blind.
that's another 3. And
Everything lining up.
Play those plunder runs.
From Arsenal every time.
head off the Sonata.
So I literally can't block it.
I'm still on the fence about that card, but when it works, my god. Last night I was playing into Prism, and I think we had like 3 matches in the time it took somebody to have 1 round. And
This isn't constructed.
yeah, it's constructed.
My next
we go?
action is block it. So you break it and it does that.
Stir into.
Stir into listen.
Grand Sonic Boom might have been better.
And then my next thing is +3 damage. Yep. Yeah. So use my resources.
I don't know. I think it's a bit of a
Just messing around.
messing around, screwing around.
Going out in a blaze of glory.
Actually,
Real tech play. Shoot yourself in the face.
I think I was a bit worried about the amount of resources I have in hand to actually do Sonic Boom and then something.
if I do this,
Yeah.
use potion and do Crucible Lesson in Lava for 7.
Because there's no university to block it. You just accepted that.
Yeah.
I
So I'm just going to lessons for 7 and
I put a card on top of my
I'm not
deck.
sure what there's even left to get that's actually that good.
If you got a blow on top, I think the only thing you really could get is maybe a Wizard Tome to try and draw into more blues to, I don't know.
I think there's actually 2 tomes in graveyard at this point.
Yeah, no, but you got 1 Wizard, 1 left.
3 or less.
No, I don't think so. I think there's actually 2 Tome of Earth, Wind in graveyard.
Then maybe Gaze?
Yeah, that just seems like wheels, spinning wheels, right? I did think about Gaze, I think.
So maybe I just
You
get
don't need
like
anything else.
home and hope to find something.
You don't have... Wait, did you block with your
I've
other...
run out of tomes. I don't have any
You
tomes.
got a fork in there still?
No, I have no forks left.
Okay, this is a foregone conclusion.
It has to be a wizard one.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Tome of Aetherwind is what I was hoping maybe I could get, but I've run out.
Don't mind me just slow playing through this. It's all good.
It draws 2 cards.
That's your first time on the deck. You might as well see where you can go, how much energy you can play out if you're desperate. You're going to try and go with a Sonic Boom.
I run out of... can't play this thing.
You can't pay for.
Played it from the end. Let's go that route.
Is that 2 reds here?
I think it was a red Volcanic.
Chain Lightning. Oh yeah.
Go Chain Lightning, Blazing.
Lightning, yeah.
That's some damage.
Yeah,
Not enough damage, but it's some damage.
It's damage. So I've only been playing 1 Chain Lightning in my list. Like the card's really good, but other times it's just
Probably not that.
awkward.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
I don't know if 2 is correct. I think I'd rather the extra blow.
Sonic Boom and Focus. Good.
Well,
It's got its use cases, like its combo with Snapback and
yeah, that's pretty good when that happens, and then into
things like that. Figuring out if I can, how much damage I can do before I die.
well, it's a good thing to practice. So know what kind of legs you have. I'm so hyped for the new set coming out. Hopefully, Wizards get some new toys.
Well, they said they're going to get a new card for each hero in the set.
Yeah, I really want to play Wizard and CC. I just
Can't bring yourself to.
not going to do it at this stage.
It's not very. It's not very good. Oh, I did go for Chain Lightning.
Can you even play it off the top? Oh, you got a tunic.
Yeah, I can play it off the top. I think there's a blue in hand plus tunic resource
To try and get into blazing.
into blazing, and that's a total of
Not enough.
6, 12, 9 more damage.
That's still hype.
Yeah, it's 9 more damage after all the spell void goes off.
But maybe if you didn't have all those red hands, you might have actually been able to chip them down enough where this might have been good enough.
Yeah, well, what if I'd been able to just do one? I would have taken more damage, but I could have at least got one stir fork off, probably. And Blazing can be played as an instant. So that's another.
And then you die.
Yep.
He's still got heaps to go.
He's got a lightning press and another rabble and an attack with Rosetta for, not Rosetta, for Duskblade 4 damage. Oh, well, that was a bit of a beating.
Yeah, that wasn't close.
And my tournament didn't improve much from there.
Oh, it's your first time on Wizard. I remember the first couple of events I played it, I got destroyed.
Yeah, you gotta work at it. It's all about the reps.
Yeah. Alright, so Ian, we got Chain versus Chain, our local Ryan and Sam from Christchurch. It's pretty cool to see them up here. And Risma's chosen Duskblade and the Chain Mirror. I kind of questioned that one. And no, Husk.
Bit of a different match here in terms of equipment. So it's going to be a bit more of a health buffer with the Husk.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a skull cap though.
That's true.
So that sort of equals out, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, not really, but in a wee bit.
There's going to be some more blood debt damage happening. That might be relevant.
Yeah. Risma's real hyped about the old Duskblade. I see it, but then like maybe in matches where you're trying to race, like,
are you going to be able to build it up fast enough to get the same amount of damage output or more?
Oh, he's just reinforcing me. Only other Chain player, but I've gone to Wizard.
You're not tempted to try out Chain and Blitz?
Oh, I'm real tempted. Just haven't found a list I was really sold on, but the Christchurch Sam guy, he's playing Minnow Wizard and stuff, and I think it's pretty cool having all those blues to pay for stuff.
Being able to find them out of your library and play.
Yeah, thin the deck out, maybe get some more blood dead into the graveyard.
Yeah.
You know, I was close to putting a Chain deck list together, but then I thought I'd give that Lightning Briar deck a run. It didn't work too well for me today. It was either all attack actions or all non-attacks. You never get the right mix.
Yeah, I guess it's the same sort of problem that Chain has, not banishing the right stuff, not drawing the right mix.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like Ryan's won the dice roll. Gonna probably go first here.
I think as a Chain player, no matter what, I think even against Wizard, you probably want to go first just to get that Soul Shackle running.
Yeah.
It used to be the case in last season's Chain. And Aetherweave's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess it just lets you get that last little burst of damage out when you're trying to... when you don't have to pay for as many things.
And also pays for CNC, which he plays.
So on turn one, are you just hoping to put a counter on Duskblade, get a Shackle, and get an Arsenal? Can you do all three of those at once?
Yeah, you can. He's choosing to Chain now. So he obviously picked plus on the Captain's Call. Pay. Coming in for 6.
6 go again.
It's a pretty good first turn. And he's going to get to sword
And then he
in
can sword, and then there's an Arsenal. It's a perfect start.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping for. Yeah, we went over to out of town last week, and Ryan won the Blenheim skirmish playing Chain.
Playing the same deck, basically.
Playing the same deck, yeah. We suggested he's got a few ideas to change the deck, but he didn't get around to it.
So can Chain actually block or want to block?
Well, Moravian Skies, those 2 cards in his hand only block 2.
Oh, a bit of damage through. Stick to play Scar for a Scar? Is that a thing?
I don't think so.
No.
I do like Scar for Scar. Oh, Art of
Bit of
War.
Art of War action going to
Love that card.
Oh,
Oh,
paying into the scenario.
Let's see how lucky this man is.
Revealing the top 4. Maybe they draw 2. They look super lucky.
That sounds broken. And he
I
gets
get
it! And he gets it.
Wow.
Oh, that's rough. That's 2 arcane damage coming in. As you can see, neither of them opted to play null. I mean, he's got the...
The skull cap does get you out of a tight spot sometimes. But
That's not a thing.
No.
I mean, it is a thing, but if you're desperate.
So is that a red rift bind and a...
Bounding Demigod.
Is it a blue bound? Oh, I couldn't see it.
Oh, we'll find out in a minute. Incoming Art of War.
There must be an Art of War happening.
Was that a Sigil of
It's a
Suffering?
Sigil of Suffering, yeah.
Sigil of Suffering, that's interesting. Suppose it could be alright against Ira? Oh wait, no, they'll pay arcane so it won't break needle. Oh.
It's for this matchup, I feel like. It's
Yeah.
quite good when no one's playing Nullrune
I
against
guess,
you.
I mean, I've died into a reckless swing a couple times.
Yeah,
Or a shunt.
same sort of idea.
Yeah, I get it.
So I guess you went +1 with the Art of War if he's playing his Skies now.
Yeah.
Riftbind with +2.
So that's 3,
+3,
4.
sorry. It's 6 damage.
If it hits, create X amount of rune chance.
I think he
2
was-
rune
he
chance,
was
it's yellow.
playing red more
It's
than-
yellow.
Yeah. So there's a must block here then. You don't want to get more rune chants that have unblockable damage coming through.
Depending what's in his hand.
I think I see a Riftbind and
I
a
see
Command
it.
and Conquer. Is that
By Command and Conquer, yeah. That's a good husk block, eh?
Maybe.
Riz was not a fan of the husk, you were saying.
When you think about it, it's insane in Blitz, right? Because it's a third of your life total. You get
Well, it
extra.
means that you start on 26 life,
Yeah.
essentially. But then you're probably going to
You
take,
take 2
3.
or 3 blood debt.
Well, in this format, probably 1 or 2. It's pretty quick.
Man, all the armor being used up already.
Yeah, it's early, but I guess he wants to crack him back. Yeah, it just takes the Rosetta.
I guess you can't really, if you're playing Duskblade, you can't really take a turn off.
No, you can't, because if you lose those counters, it's all downhill from there. Oh, Plunder Run Banish, that's rough. Makes me
You'd be
sad.
pretty lucky to get one perfect banish, just one off the top. Like a Bounding or...
Well, when I played Chain, I think the only cards in my deck that weren't... I think it was literally maybe 90% blood debt. I was real heavy on it.
It was the Command and Conquers, E-Strikes and...
I didn't play
Art of
E-Strikes.
Wars?
I didn't play E-Strikes.
Oh,
I think... Okay, maybe 80%. No, I didn't play E-Strikes. I was trying to... I didn't want to whiff on my banishes. I was trying to do a more combo-heavy Chain plan. Basically, if I banish 5 cards, I'll miss 1 sort of thing.
but here, we're just trying to figure out if we can crack back for a similar amount, get some cards out of hand.
Yeah. Oh, he's still got that husk to hide behind.
That's true.
That looks like a red skies, so that whatever comes next is probably definitely getting blocked.
Blue Bounding from hand.
For 1, and go again. I suppose it still baits a card or baits a armor block. Here we go.
And then what? Just shackle, maybe there's a
Well, he has to swing with sword no matter what.
shackle and a sword, I guess.
I wonder what's in his arsenal. Pitching a conk's rough.
Could you just like have played the Command and Conquer instead of the?
Well, we can snap his chess piece.
You can't.
Well, the sword technically has go again.
Could you have gone perhaps shackle, sword, Command and Conquer? Is that?
I don't think he had the resources because he's got no cards in hand. Oh
No, like not play the bounding at the start of the turn.
Oh, he corrected. Oh, he's got a CNC in Arsenal. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There it is. That makes more sense.
I was doubting.
And the husk, and he got the husk too before the CNC. That's hype.
Man, I doubted.
Sorry, Risma, we're being
Genius.
disrespectful. Yeah, no, you know what you're doing, bruv. Good on you, mate. You can hear the other chain player go, ah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he's having a good time on that one.
It's just a matter of deciding whether your arsenal's worth keeping. I guess it is if you used a husk on it on the first attack.
I think it's a sort of similar concept as Briar. Your 5-card hands are pretty good.
Yeah.
And then if you get your banished cards as well, 7-card hands are really good. Oh. Is this only turn 2?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Both players just going all out.
Yeah, swinging for the fences, taking some damages. Now, what's in his arsenal? Does he value it enough to full block out or not?
I don't think it's a good shot. Oh, there we go.
Oh, double blues, vexing into
Shadow.
Shadow. So yeah, those are good gets. Oh, good at game. One off the top, getting a red bounding.
Mark of a true chain player.
Yep. The Shadow Gods have got his back today.
Oh, Minnowism to buff it as well. Bounding for 5 go again into whatever's in the arsenal, possibly.
Oh, I'm curious to see what it is because he protected it. Or maybe it's just protecting his life total. Who knows?
I feel like he wouldn't have blocked a... He's at 19. How much? You can take a bunch of damage this early.
Not really. You probably want to wait till a bit later when you know your shackles are popping off.
It's true. If you get like a whole bunch of hits in one go, you want to have enough cards in hand to use them.
Yeah. Or have enough life total where you can take a big whack. Oh, he didn't even play his card from Arsenal, so interesting.
Saving it for later, I guess. But he could have just... He could have probably wouldn't have done that much more damage keeping those 2 blues in hand.
Oh, Shadow Fist is pretty good, eh? But yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, no hits again.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Moving Skies, yet again. Good cat.
Are they just playing like 6 of those?
They're
now?
playing all 6 and they're playing 2 Captain's Calls. Well, at least Rinsma is. And he's really leaning on that Duskblade, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that's what he had in Arsenal, right.
Okay. He couldn't block with it. Oh, yeah, no. That's pretty good, eh? Here comes old Mr. Dusky.
Duskblade for 5.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do with the life total still, but Duskblade will help.
Yeah. Starting to pull it back in. A whiff, but he's still got 4 cards in hand, so that's always a good time.
Oh, there's a Sonata.
There's a Sonata,
And
there's
an
an Art of War.
Oh, it's pretty similar to that other turn.
Yeah. Shadow Versa I saw.
Must be nice drawing all the Sonata Wars.
Especially when they hit. Hoping to draw 3.
Oh, what do we got? Nothing.
We got a whiff. That's how it should be. Well, we got 2 out of the last one, so
Yeah,
it's about
that's good.
even keel. Road card.
So now we got to try an Art of War to find some more gas to make up for that. The Art of War Banish Shadow Versa is a pretty classic one.
Yeah. I can't make out that last card quite yet, but
Is it a Skies?
was it a Skies? I was thinking it was. There's a Skies. The old attack buffs.
Or Minnowism and another Skies, so not much attacking going on here.
Yeah, but it's still going to get Rosetta off, so it's fine. Minnowism red. 6. I'm actually really liking that Minnowism package. I know Matt Rogers is a big fan of it. Every time you see him commentating, he gets real hyped about it.
Yeah, well, being able to tutor up resources at will seems really good.
Yeah.
And the red pushes so much damage.
Mm.
Not seeing it much in the Briar decks though, are we? Is that a thing that could happen?
Doesn't the other one cost resources?
Yeah, but it'll cost 1.
Yeah, no, you
That's
don't.
the
You
main
can't
problem.
pay for that. What are you talking about? I barely
It
like.
costs 1, but then you tutor up a blue. So
Yeah, I barely like paying for my sword.
it's tough.
But could be. I don't know if there's room for it. But it actually has go again, which is pretty good. Yeah, looks like Risma's getting punished, eh?
Yeah, it's
Hopefully
getting to the dangerous zone where the weapon's just going to one-shot.
Hopefully he doesn't whiff on his banishes next turn. In the tank we go. 'Cause,
Can't take 4 here, surely.
yeah, but also like he can't not swing with his sword. Like his hand has to swing with his sword, otherwise he's guaranteed to die.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's thinking about right now. Because on the drive home, he's talking about like most of my time was just trying to work out making sure I could able to use my Duskblade. I'm still wondering if that's the correct choice in this particular matchup, considering how fast it is.
Yeah, what is this turn? Is it turn 3?
It's you can tell by the shackle count.
Oh,
At least with chain, you know how many turns there's been. I don't think he activated chain that turn.
I think he did.
He didn't activate chain.
Oh, so did he have go again?
He played it. Yeah, he had played Moravian Skies.
Oh, of course, yeah. He just didn't activate chain.
Yeah, which might be a misplay.
Didn't
but then
need to.
maybe he's, I don't know, trying to preserve his library.
Don't think that's relevant.
I think it's a misplay. But then there's a lot going on, you know. From Arsenal, good times. Chain activation, he almost missed that one. Oh, was that a plunder from hand?
Yeah, it looks like it. So it's just 4 draw card if it hits, and then Duskblade for 6.
Yeah, he's still on 3. Like, basically make a rune chant, swing with sword, and he's pretty dead. Old Rosetta putting in work. That's a beautiful Briar mat, by the way.
I think is that the cult? That's the armory.
Yeah. They're just talking about
how much damage does he actually have to put on to
kill him.
Like he could block for 4 here because he's got the grasp block still, and then
Yeah, here we go, grasp. Riftbind. Well, obviously it's Duskblade. Oh yeah, he's going to make a rune chant in Duskblade.
Nice.
Nice. That's a pretty big hit. But I think...
Imagine if this game could just go on another couple turns, then the Duskblade would be insane.
Yeah, there's no Oldham there today.
No. I think
How do you think...
I'm really the only Guardian player in the
the
store, and I'm not too hyped about Oldham and Blitz really, especially with Duskblade in the format.
Yeah,
it's a bad time.
Oh, you can shut it down though. Channel like Frigid.
Yeah, just make it so it's impossible to actually attack with it and buff it. Could do, but it just feels like hard time.
Hard time? Fair.
Is this even worth blocking?
Yeah, he's just going to take the hit. That means he's coming in for the big swing. Alright, let's see how he does off his 2 banishes. Man, he's really good at banishing bounding, is he?
Yeah, who needs more than 2 soul shackles?
If you just always hit. Oh, that's a good time, isn't it?
A little into the little. So must block.
Must block. Yeah, I think this
3
is
must block attacks into Rosetta Thorn.
a lot of chain cards only block for 2.
That's true.
A bit of relevant information. Ghostly Visit is not a Runeblade card. It's a shadow card.
One of the few block 3s. Well, it's not few. It's like 50-50, surely. Oh, he should have shackled there, I think. Since Bounding doesn't have go again.
He's got snappies.
Oh, okay. It's fine. If there was a few more turns gonna happen after this, then that would have been a pretty bad mistake. But
Duskblade's a high one because yet again, as you were saying, he needs to keep so much stuff behind to keep it going, or it loses its counters.
Yeah.
But then he's taking too much punishment to get it there.
It really shines in those matches where you're just
like when you're versing Ira.
You can keep 2 card hands or
versing Ira. Ira's pretty good.
Yeah, it needs to use 2 cards to block that 4 damage. Runeblade is showing that it can beat other Runeblades, I guess.
Runeblade! I'm looking forward to the Runeblade support. Let's go.
Yeah, well, there's going to be Runeblade cards in the next set, surely.
I wonder what Prism's going to get.
Oh, who knows? Another Fable.
Another Fable for Prism. Alright, we're coming into round 3. Looks like we're getting another Runeblade off.
Yep, this is 2 Sams from Christchurch. One's on Chain and one is on Briar.
It's a Runeblade world and the rest of us are just living in it.
We're just living in the Runeblade world now.
Yeah. Oh, he's saying hi to us. Good on you, Sam.
Yeah, so in the recent callings and nationals and such, the Chain deck has been kind of preying on the Briars a little bit. So you think the same thing could happen in Blitz here? Or is it the format too fast to build up?
Honestly, yet again, I've only been on only just built my Briar deck, and I haven't had enough games to really comment either way, to be honest. I'm surprised he was. Well, he got snappies, but like, I'm surprised he's not trying the old creepers.
Oh yeah, well, especially if you've got a lot more blues and such.
Oh, he's got the Minnowisms to pay for them. But then maybe he never really seemed like he was short on go-agains anyway. This is another thought.
Yeah, for sure. And creepers is, it's one of the best equipments in the game, but
worst case scenario,
it
blocks one. Blocks one.
I love the old iron rock boots.
Yeah, I played Iron Rot and OTK Viscero in CC. I did. Stop that second Kodachi hitting you. That's a lovely mat.
Yeah, the old Sushi Night anniversary mat. Got myself one of those as well.
Oh, do you?
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had the blue one, but I ended up giving it to a new player.
You need to get Marnie to get on that, get in touch with that artist, because it's the same one who did the Adept stuff and all that.
Yeah,
same guy.
I've definitely got a few of those Adept mats because I went to every Adept event Marnie ran.
Yeah, we can start getting some cool new assets.
We didn't get to do an Adept this year, but that was due to COVID.
Yeah, I remember the last one was pretty cool. It's like Flesh and Blood / Magic.
Wait, no, we did get one, didn't we?
There was one.
Oh no, that was a Rotonats. That was a Rotonats. Yeah. Playing at old Nelson Bridge Club. Shout out to them.
The old turn one. He likes the Sonata for 4, but only finds 1. Last match he found 2, but this time it's only 1.
Well,
the Sonata.
Yeah. I suppose swing with the Rosetta Arsenal I think is probably the play again.
Oh, that's an Art of War.
There's an Art of War.
This is a pretty similar hand to last time, actually.
Yeah, no, that Art of War's going to Arsenal though.
You reckon it's worth just arsenaling it and saving it for a turn where your opponent can actually block and it will matter?
Yeah. Thought, yet again, Shackle.
Yeah, so it seems like what you said is going to happen. We're going to see a bounding into Rosetta Thorn and then Arsenal that Art of War.
Oh, that's a good time, isn't it? Coming in for another 5. 3 Arcane and 2.
And of course, Arcane being completely unblockable.
Oh, he's got a skull cap.
He should have pitched a blue to that.
What blues? What blues? He's Briar. There is no blues. I think there's 3 in the entire deck.
I think there's a Sting of Sorcery in hand, actually.
There's generally 2 Stings and 1 Plunder in the entire deck.
So you wouldn't recommend pitching that Sting of Sorcery to prevent 2 Arcane?
Sting of Sorcery is pretty good, eh? Especially if you've got
and the Scar for a Scar, making use of the less life to get go again for free. 1 Arcane and 4.
As I was saying, I think I've already mentioned this earlier in the video, but I finally got to do the Sting of Sorcery Ball Lightning. It felt like a good time, eh?
That is an insane amount of damage.
Yeah.
It just goes to show it might be even hard to fatigue a Briar deck from that.
Yeah.
As long as you get your opponent below maybe 15 or something like that.
I think it's easier to pitch deck in CC. You got more time to sort of set it up.
For sure.
Don't know if you have that kind of time in Blitz. It's pretty fast. Unless there's an old amount. Oh, Husk already. Turn 2. Wow. First turn Husk.
I suppose if you're going to go below 13 at this point, most likely, then you might as well use it.
So I think I saw the Lightning card that has go again if you Arsenal it. I think he's going to go for that.
Just going to Arsenal it for now, or just play it as another 4 attack.
I think he's almost... Well, I guess with Sting of Sorcery he'll get another embodiment, which is pretty good. But also, 5-card hands are pretty good in this deck. I think that's what he's in the tank about. But yeah, turn 1 Husk, it's a tall call. Oh, he's going. Oh no, it's the other one. It's the fusion one.
Oh, that's fair enough then.
Yeah.
Although I could have
How many embodiments is that? He's going up to 4.
4 already.
Yeah. No blocks. He's going to take that hit too. Okay, so I guess he was husking no matter what.
So 10 damage. Or 14, but 4 of it got blocked.
Well, 6 of it got blocked. It's husk. Well, yeah, 14. You're right.
It was only 4
Yeah.
at the time, but yeah.
And he got a whiff. I miss the days when you banished with chain and just never missed. Give me back seeds already.
Pretty solid hand on the Briar side. You got an attack action, a lightning press. What was it? Captain's Call, lightning press, arcanic shockwave, and lightning surge, or whatever. The 4 attack for 0.
Yeah.
Might not be doing much blocking this turn, which is pretty standard for Briar, I suppose.
Well, there's no long as there's no on-hit triggers. I mean, he's still got his skull cap, he's still got his grasp, so
That's true.
he's got all his armor. Busy day at the shop today. We had Digimon, Pokemon, and D&D going on, plus our Flesh event.
Yeah, we've got like such a diverse community here in Nelson.
Yeah. Magic and skirmish tomorrow. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, some actual standard Magic the Gathering going on.
Yeah, it's been out of the loop for a wee while. It's good to see it coming back. I was considering going back for a visit.
Yeah. After getting mana screwed in my Blitz tournament, resource screwed, I feel like I don't want to go back to the
Land screw.
land screw of Magic.
Yeah. Well, as being a former Magic player, like I feel less mad about RNG in this game, considering how often it used to happen.
Yeah.
And then you just accept it. But when it happens in this game, you're like, oh my god. Right.
This never happens.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh wow, is that a red minimalism and a captain's call for plus
Yeah.
2?
And he's grasping resources for days. Coming 8 with a bounding gong and 1 arcane. Well, 1 card will block it.
Definitely asking the question like...
1 card will block
do you
that though.
block that?
1 card will.
But the only non-attack action in hand, is it worth using to prevent this?
Probably not. Oh, no, it looks like he's going to do it. He's going for it.
Blocking 7 out of the 8.
That's a bit rude.
It just shows just how hard it is to turn the corner against Briar.
That's he can't grasp. Oh, he realised he couldn't because he could only grasp once per turn.
Yeah, most equipment activations are once per turn usually, unless it's
I learned pretty early. I made that mistake once. As tried to grasp twice, but I got corrected pretty quickly.
Oh, it would be so good.
Yeah, he blocked with a chest piece. That means he's looking like he wants to crack it next turn. I'm surprised he's not playing Tunic. Did he play Tunic at all today? I don't think he did.
I don't think so. Maybe the game's just too fast at all times, and you're just
Or he doesn't have one.
getting the free resources like as soon as possible seems like a good play in this format.
Is that when you got to play an attack action and non-attack action to play it?
Yeah.
Or is it just a non-attack action?
You have to play both types, and then you can crack it. So it's good for
Yeah. So he's coming in for 4 and 1.
last turn attack.
This looks like a Snappy's turn.
Oh,
Still 2 in hand. Well, 3. No.
I don't know, I guess you have to use Snapdragons here if you want to get the pressure going enough.
Yeah, well, you
know?
just want to strip the chain of everything you possibly can. Man, this is good beer.
Nice. It's great using the lightning press to just
Get embodiment.
get that embodiment when your opponent might not want you to have it.
Did that arcane hit? Because he fused? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's got two
he's
embodiments.
caught back up.
And then he arsenals the
Yeah, the lightning surge is it?
the
The go again when you play it
one,
from
yeah.
Arsenal.
Oh, he's good at game with those boundings and banish, eh? Still got his armor. That's pretty good going for this late in the
Yeah, not even
air
blocks with
quotation
it.
late in the game.
Oh, man, turn 3 is pretty late game. I think this is it's getting down to the nitty gritty turns now.
Oh, banishing a Riftbind to draw a card.
So we're kind of just hoping to play out all of the cards from...
Oh, Soul Reaping. I love that card. That card's a good time. I don't think he has a non-attack action, so that means he can't play the Bounding, so he's going to be taking some blood debt.
Yeah, is he just piling a few too many cards into the banish zone here that's going to deal him damage?
Well, we don't know. I'm not 100% sure what that last card is, but it definitely needs to be a non-attack action. Thought he's used his Shackle for the turn. Hopefully it's Maruvian Skies. That'd be hype.
Well, he's just not going to have enough action points to get through all these cards and banished anyway.
No,
Of course, if it is a Maruvian Skies, it'll help. But
Yeah, he's got Snappies as well. So I'm thinking it's a Maruvian Skies. At least I'm hoping it is.
that would be best case scenario, but I feel like there's going to be probably about 2 blood debt happening, which is going to make it very hard to...
I'm sort of hoping for him. I miss playing Soul Reaping. That card's so fire.
Yeah, I played against me back in the day with Soul in my...
Oh yeah.
cards in my Soul, and it feels absolutely broken then.
Yeah. A lot of prison players in our meta. Even though only one turned up today.
That's true. I'm not sure I would have wanted to play Prism today though. It seems like it has a rough time.
Into Briar.
Yeah, just can't race. I suppose.
I think it can, but you didn't just... what is he doing? Going into Riftbind? I don't know if pitching I don't think pitching that Plunder Run was correct because it sort of locked him in, eh?
Yeah, I think it's kind of realizing that there's like it's going to be very, very hard to play this Spanish zone out.
Yeah. Oh Jesus!
That's
rough.
not helping.
So the only other options he's got is to go.
So he's going to be taking a lot of blood debt.
You can Riftbind, probably make a Rune Chant. Because the sword's not even active. Yeah, tick your resources down. So he's going to snap dragons and swing for 2 because he can't play either of the boundings. Oh, there he goes. Getting reminded.
Yeah, so I guess there must be a...
that looks like a rough hand. I might have kept the Plunder Run and played it.
Yeah, are those both red?
I don't say they're both red.
It probably would have been worth to just play the Plunder Run, play the Soul Reaping, and possibly pitching the Shadow Aversive.
Yeah.
To do some more stuff after that. Yeah.
Sequencing issues. But hindsight's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
It's quite easy to say these things when you're sitting back here.
It's quite easy to criticise when you're
Yeah.
sitting here and being
Yeah.
like, I think...
Oh, you hear him just mouthing off now about it. He's like, I messed up real bad. Because they're not going to hear their audio, are they?
Oh, they're gonna... It's not going to be very loud, so they won't hear it yet.
Yeah, no, you can hear him going off right now going, I messed up. And then he eats 3 to Blood Debt. Oh, that's not a good time. Did he play with anything from hand, the Briar deck?
No.
No? Okay, someone's about to die. Oh, lessons learned about bounding, eh?
It's rough.
I don't think you'll make that mistake.
There's a few. It's becoming much harder to actually play the boundings from Banished now. You can't play Seeds of Agony to always turn it on.
I miss my seeds.
Oh,
Sonata
easy
hit.
what do you get? Ball Lightning or Snatch here? That's
Probably. He's got Snapdragon, so depending if he's got another Lightning card in his
I
hand.
can see a Plunder Run, Scar for a Scar.
At this point,
something else.
he's going to take the Ball Lightning for the free go again. That doesn't go in the graveyard, buddy. That goes on that shuffles back in.
Oh dear.
Hopefully
this is.
he just
the
puts
end of
them in the
game.
graveyard. I don't care anymore. Oh, from graveyard. I mean from Banish. Go again. Block. Ravenous Rebel coming in for 4. Block. Ball Lightning. Block. Scar for Scar. Triple die. Snapdragons. Oh, he's going for the overkill. He can keep going.
Oh.
And Arsenal Plunder Run. Yeah, no, that's a good time.
I don't know how much of a difference blocking, being able to play the Plunder Run into Soul Reaping the turn before, and then he would have taken some cards out of hand. Possibly.
Yeah, would have taken some cards, and he would have got to draw another card. Could have been anything. Push a bit more damage. Like, he got him to 2. Like, if that sword was active, that might have been lethal.
Yeah, maybe.
And you guys can't hear this, but he's literally having a hard time on himself right now, going, yeah, messed up on that one.
Yeah, the sequencing is tough, and once you master it, though, chain just runs like well-oiled machine.
So it's same with Unhallowed Rites. It's another one you can't play without playing a non-attack action first.
Yeah.
Sometimes you miss it.
Oh well, close game, but the Briar player is shown to be the dominant Runeblade again. We'll see how it goes later in this round.
Welcome back for the last round of Swiss. Hey, look, it's still a Runeblade world we're living in.
Yeah, we're on Runeblades for days here.
Runeblades for days.
It's just Runeblade, the Flesh and Rune Blade.
Flesh and Rune Blade. Yeah. I don't even know if we should keep going.
We're gonna buckle in. We're gonna work our way through all these Runeblade matchups.
I wonder what's going to be in the top 4.
Oh,
I have a sneaking suspicion.
It's probably quite a diverse top 4. You know, there might be some chain in there.
Might be some Briar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should have played Old Man. Battle Santa might have been able to get it.
Yeah, I think it would have had a better chance of doing well than with Kano for sure.
Yeah,
especially since I've been playing Guardians my entire time of playing Flesh and Blood, and I've only just picked up Wizard. It was just a fun
I think I maybe should have played Wizard, because I've just been playing Wizard pretty solidly since the chain ban. It's throwing everything under the bus. First turn, makes sense. Please Arsenal that card, George. Please.
Yeah, it's all well and good to push some damage, but having an Arsenal is just the absolute epitome of your turn 1. Oh, no blocks on that lightning
Oh, yeah.
surge.
Good on you, George. I'm proud. Oh, they didn't have go again anyway. Snapdragons. First turn, let's go.
Snapdragon's another 0 for 4.
Nah,
Here
I
we
should
go.
have more faith in George. First day on the deck. Those exude confidences. I've been playing them, but I kind of miss Arcane Crack all over them. But then I guess they're pretty good into Ira. Not that there was a single Ira play today.
It can be a rough time seeing all those flick flacks on the other side, and
Yep.
it's kind of like an embodiment of Earth, but ninja style.
This is the whole, like, I'm actually starting to think, like, as a Briar player, I almost want to go second.
Yeah, well, I think that's a pretty hot point of contention in the community right now. Just like, what is the best move?
First or second.
First or second.
I actually think I want to
You
go
might
second.
actually- you
But
might
then
be
also,
able to-
starting with an Arsenal card's pretty good.
You might be able to push some damage. You get some embodiments of Earth, which might help with the blocking.
Yeah. So it must have been a yellow ball lightning for 4.
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be 2 embodiments of Earth there, because it's 2 separate instances of damage. But you know,
yeah.
it's a trigger missed is a trigger missed, I guess.
Wait,
I
a
mean-
ball lightning you get 2 embodiments?
Yeah,
I didn't know
that's
that.
2 different. It's 2. Yeah, so when ball lightning, is it?
don't
Or is it
think
not?
so.
Oh, it's that much plus 1, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
never
think it
mind.
is. Otherwise, that'd be hype.
Never mind. I'm dumb.
I'd definitely play that all day.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's another reason why I like Arcane Crackle, because getting 2 embodiments off that's hype.
Yeah, I was probably thinking about something else, arcane damage or whatever. But you know.
Yeah, with the
That's
old
what it
stinging
is.
sorcery, I literally have to ask you to sort of explain that more than once a day
Yeah.
in the tournament.
Yeah, well, it is actually quite complicated. It's quite strange. So if anyone doesn't know about the interaction between Sting of Sorcery and Ball Lightning, is if Ball Lightning presents a replacement effect on the arcane damage, which says instead of dealing 1, it will deal 2, but Arcane Barrier will say instead of dealing 1, deal 0. So you can stack it. You can stack the replacement effect so that the +1 buff from Ball Lightning happens before the Null Rune happens.
Interesting concept here. He's just coming in with a Exude Confidence with no go again. I'm assuming this is a snappy turn. I wonder what's in his arsenal. Do we know what's in his arsenal?
I didn't see it.
No.
I would hope it's a Plunder Run.
If it was a Plunder Run, he would have played it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Well, I would have. I don't know.
That would be best.
Maybe he's next
that
leveling
would be
us.
good.
No, throwing the armor under the bus, getting it out of the way while he can, getting good value. Well, what's he doing in reactions? Is he going to
see what's in hand?
I saw another Exude Confidence. Oh, he's pumping by 3.
Obviously can't be responded to because of Exude's ability.
Yeah, and is he going to snappies? He took damage, so he's kind of...
No, that's it.
No, he's going for the conservative line.
You don't want to pop Snapdragons this early, sure.
Go for it, mate.
Just to do an extra 4 damage?
A lot of the time, Snapdragon's actually only equals another 4 damage.
That's true. I think that's the second Exude in hand, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it only blocks for 2, but maybe just cycle it away and block on the turn before. Maybe. Sonata. Let's see if it's his friend today.
Plunder Run from Arsenal into Sonata is actually insane.
And it's a whiff, because that's an instant.
So 2 attacks and an instant means nothing can get
Means
picked.
nada.
You got nada out of that.
Oh, at least he remembered to shuffle those back into his deck this time.
Oh yeah, I think last time it was just a matter of like excitement about winning, most likely winning the game. Didn't think about it.
Oh yeah, he was definitely winning that one.
Okay, so what of us we've got here? A Sting of Sorcery and a E-Strike and a Arcanic
Shockwave. Probably save the Shockwave for later.
So you could do E-Strike, draw, go again?
Yeah, I think
Seems
that's
pretty
probably the play.
strong.
Try and get lucky on the drawing a lightning card.
Yep, here comes the E-Strike, but what mode does he decide?
Oh, he's cycling the lightning card. I guess he wants to maybe keep this thing to go Rune Chant Sword.
Oh, draws a Plunder
Plunder
Run.
Run.
Oh, what a good player.
Yeah, good at game. Good at game. So I'm smelling a Rune Chant and Sword play here.
Yeah, and that's just ridiculous damage. Unblockable 3 arcane. Eating armor up already. Blocking all of the... Oh no, the Plunder Run was from Arsenal, so it was 3 damage coming through.
Is he drawing off the Plunder Run? Or did he do that already?
Oh, no, I think he's just missed that
He
trigger.
missed a draw.
Yeah, well, honestly, that Plunder Run's going in Arsenal anyway, but it's not the end of the world, but he did miss the draw trigger.
It happens. There's a lot going on in this game. Dropping down to 8, blocking the skull cap.
Yeah, just taking all the arcane. There was the option of pitching a...
No, there's not.
There's not.
No, there's not.
If he did have a blue by some off chance,
No.
then he could pitch it. To
It's
prevent
a blue
the
you want to
arcane.
swing at them with. Oh, he's just mentioning missed my Plunder Run. It happens.
Yeah,
And he missed
I
an
think it was
bottom.
just a Ravenous Rebel on top, so he wouldn't have Arsenal. Oh, actually,
No, you would have.
he would have played that.
Yeah, you would have played it.
So that would have been an
And
extra 4 damage, most likely.
Yeah.
Wow.
That might have baited
it
a
was
block.
quite important there.
Yeah. So, lightning thing from Arsenal that has go again. Takes the hit. Embodiment. I see Exude. Arcanic
Another
Shockwave.
Rabble.
And
It's just
another Rebel.
It's just all attack
All
cards
attack
in the
hand. That's rough. Oh, at least it's coming in for 4.
You know, you say it's rough, but he is attacking for 4 3 times. That's
Well,
how bad can that be?
It's only 12 damage.
It's not even lethal. Come
It's
on.
not lethal. It's bad time.
Only just blocking 3.
Yeah, just
armor.
using the armor while he can. I think he just dumped the Exude here.
Yeah, well, if you can possibly save the Arcanic Shockwave for
Fusion.
and possibly fuse it. Well, there was a lightning card on top, so you'll definitely be able to fuse it next turn.
Yeah.
If you have a hand, obviously.
And now he's on 6. Does he block this on the fear of having a blue card to pump it? That's a good bait.
Oh.
Ooh.
That would be a very embarrassing way of losing the game.
Yeah. Also, I mean, you probably block it anyway out of respect for Lightning Press.
Of course, yeah.
Or was that on top of his deck?
No, it was a Weave Lightning on top, so
Oh, yeah.
it could be...
Could be
I
Lightning
don't-
Press.
I think
yeah.
we've seen one Lightning Press from George so far, so
Yeah,
it could be a second.
I think this is a block just to be respectful. You don't want to die to random stuff you don't need to.
Yeah, it's just one card from hand, and
Yeah.
there's 3 0 for 4 attacks in hand, so you could maybe spare one of them. There we go, block 2 with...
Alright, so he still
Surge.
dies to the press, which we know he doesn't have.
Oh no, press is +3, so it's not quite lethal.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay, no, then...
Oh, snapping.
snapping.
Oh,
Snapping. Oh, he's just going to play the... Oh, yeah. I'm in. I'm a
guess-
believer. I am a believer. Come in for another 4.
I guess it's
Oh, it's lethal. Gets another card out of his hand.
it'll get another card out of hand.
Yeah.
What do you...
Oh, no. Oh, no. Calm down, George. Oh, no, George. Buddy.
2
Oh.
arcane and 2...
No, Arcane.
Oh, of course.
Didn't
wow.
play the non-attack.
Wow.
Oh,
that's a bit
George,
rough.
buddy.
Missing a vital
That could
extra 2 damage.
have been another card out of his hand. I definitely see a lightning press. Oh, rough.
That's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
there was, although one less card in this hand seems like it wouldn't.
It's a
affects
big
too
difference,
much.
to be honest.
Yeah.
It's big.
He's got what? He's got Rabble, Nimblism, Scar for a Scar. And Plunder Run and Arsenal. It's a red Plunder Run too.
Yeah, but he might have... Oh, so he still would have had all the go-agains, but no, I still think it's huge. But maybe George thought his sword was active.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, this is his first day on the deck, so he's doing pretty well to get to this point. He's 3-0 at this stage.
Yeah. I mean, this is not even a win, and this is just like to see who's top seed.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna make mistakes, at least it's good to have it be in a no stakes game.
Yeah, no stakes in this one. Hopefully he doesn't make it a mistake again in top. Oh. Yeah, this is...
I guess there's no consideration to blocking fully that Scar just to see if there's a...
Oh, I think he's trying to hope by...
Oh, there is a lightning press in hand. This seems kind of like just a lost cause here.
I think he's going to go no lot.
Was the Ravenous Rebel for 6 here? Because that's yellow Ravenous on top. So that's lethal. Gonna have to chuck a card in front.
What's the last card in Sam's hand? Did you catch it?
I believe it's another 0 for 4 attack. Oh, no, it's lightning
straight
press,
up lightning
that's
press.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good game, boys. Good game. So, he's trying to sneak.
Oh, I just realised that you should have done that other attack, but you know, hindsight. I don't think.
So he missed a plunder run. He did a bad attack. So it's a even on mistakes level.
Yeah. It all works out in the end, but Briar's showing that she's the superior. No, there's actually 2 Briars here, so it's just another mirror.
I wonder what the next match is.
I wonder what the next match will be.
I have a sneaking suspicion in the top 4. It's
watch out for the next one. It's going to be the semi-finals. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.